my introduction is already given by Noor Alam. I am the founder and director of Xpertopedia Academy, and also I'm leading IEEE Young Professionals Malaysia and Consultants Network Malaysia as the chair. Like what I was talking about just now, the future leaders. Basically, in Malaysia, I introduced this term of future leaders, where I'm labeling students and the young professionals as the future leaders. So if you are in that category, so welcome to this new term that I am mentioning, future leader. So basically, you are the future leader. Why you are a future leader? Because the future depends on you. Okay, so coming to our today's topic that you are waiting to hear, that either learn it or regret it. From the title, you might be thinking, what is there? What is that special thing that we have to learn it, or if we don't learn it, then we have to regret it? But here is the bottom line, something is written here, a career saving session. So this explains the thing where you understand that what I'm going to talk about it. So before we proceed to our topic, let me introduce myself in detail so that you know whom you are interacting right now. And my background will also give you some impression before you come to the actual topic. I'm originally from Pakistan. I'm based in Malaysia for almost 15 years, so it's 1.5 decades already. I did my first degree in mathematics from Pakistan. Then I went to UK to complete my engineering in electrical and electronics engineering. And then afterward, I did my master's and PhD from Malaysia. In terms of my working experience, I have worked in industry, I have worked in academia, I have worked in research industry. So I have an experience of being coming from different backgrounds, from different experiences, and also I'm an entrepreneur where I am working something related to education that I'm not going to talk about today. If you want to explore, you can later get connected with me. Then I will explain more details, because we have a quite short time. I was told by the organizers that I have to finish my talk within 20 minutes. Okay, in terms of IEEE, I have been serving with IEEE from a long time. It's almost, I think, going to be now 8 to 10 years almost. I have served at several positions, but my current positions that I am serving to Malaysia section, I have jotted down here. I'm currently leading 3 main groups, Young Professionals, Consultants Network, and Blockchain Malaysia. Also, I hold some executive committee positions, as well as I'm the advisor of Power Energy Society Student Branch Chapter at UKM. I am also serving on some regional and global positions, and I have received a couple of awards from IEEE locally and from MGA as well. The most recent one, and then the highest one that I have received, is IEEE MGA Young Professionals Achievement Award. This is the highest award given to young professionals from IEEE. And Alhamdulillah, I was one of the awardees in 2021. Among, I think there were total 6. So from the whole world, they select. And this award is given once in your lifetime. So I cannot apply again. So I got it one time, and that's it. So this is the highest achievement. All right, let's come to the topic that you all guys are waiting for. The topic that I have chosen, either learn it or regret it. So you might be thinking what it is all about, that what we have to learn and why we have to regret. So the main thing is that if you do not learn, you are basically going to regret it. So what you need to learn, this is the important point. So here in the next 15 minutes, you will be knowing all those stuff, which is going to help you in understanding that what is all about the topic and why and what you need to learn in order to avoid the regret. So I believe all of you are students, or at least there are 90% participants right now in the room. They are students. You are attending college or university to receive a degree. And why you receive the degree? Because you want to improve your CV. You want to have a better future. You have a great career, so that you can put it on your CV. And once you have it on your CV, and you can apply for a good job. So for example, comparing that, a diploma holder and a degree holder. So both cannot have the same jobs, right? So diploma holder will have a different level and the degree holder will have a different, and as well as masters and PhD. But is this everything? The answer is no. You have to develop something else beyond your degrees and credentials, though they are important. I always say that degrees, I usually in a common or a layman term, I always say that it's like a A4 paper. Like mostly the degrees, they are in A4 size. So this A4 size paper is basically a key for you to submit your CV for the job interview. But what is needed over there? Those things, very few people are talking about it nowadays. People are talking, but you will not learn these things from the books. Your teachers, your professors are not going to teach you these things because these are not part of the curriculum. So what are those things which are highly needed from the current employers? They are basically looking on your skills beyond your degrees. So those skills, the one that I am covering over here is soft skills. So, but before you know what is soft, before we go into details, so let's find out what are soft skills. Basically, soft skills are those abilities that you self-develop in yourself, or you learn from someone which you develop in you. So, like what I mentioned here, personal attribute-driven general skills. So you develop these skills. It could be ability to give a feedback, like just giving you an example. Once this congress will be end and you will receive a link to fill up a survey form. So in that survey, not everybody is filling up that survey in the same way. Maybe person A is filling up survey in a different way, person B is filling up in a different way. This is basically the skill, the ability which is different between two people. So this is one of the skills that you have to learn and you have to develop in you. Also, another thing is like teamwork, working collaboratively. Like what does it mean? Now you are sitting in this event, so this event cannot be done by one person. It cannot be done as a one-man show. It always, these type of things or anything, it has a teamwork behind that. Without that teamwork, things cannot be done. So that is work collaboratively. Then managing time. So managing time, another example, again, I'm going to give you that we were supposed to start like Malaysia time 8:45, and I saw that the event started right 8:45. So this is like managing time. Creativity is something like you are thinking differently, you are doing something different. That is coming in creativity, and it's a very long detail about it. And then there are many other soft skills that we will be talking in next 15 minutes. All right, so these soft skills are basically, there is a big variety of it that we will be talking now, but why these are important? These are important because they help you to get wide range of jobs. Because as I mentioned earlier, your that A4 paper is just a key for you to enter the room of interview. But how you can win that interview is basically coming from these skills that you acquire outside of your university or classroom environment. Okay, and when you are limited to those skills, then you are just doing the same thing morning, evening, night. You are like operator, engineer, you are just sitting at one place, you are not growing. Your salary is receiving a fixed increment every year, and you are in that usual way. So that is something which makes you different once you have these type of skills. So there is another thing you might be wondering, hard skill. You might have learned or you might have listened about it, hard skills. So what are basically those hard skills? Hard skills are basically those skills which are clearly defined or clearly mentioned. Some of the hard skills are basically soft skills as well, so they overlap. But most of the hard skills, they are clearly defined skills which are clearly known. Like for example, technical skill, language skill. You know one different language. For right now you are listening English, but English is not your mother tongue. Likewise, you go to Middle East, you learn Arabic, and so on. You learn different languages. Then also you learn different skills. For example, marketing skills, project management skills, writing skill, how you can be a creative writer, and so on. So these are like the clearly defined abilities. They are labeled as hard skills, and those which we acquire through experience, or we develop in us, or we create the ability in us. Basically, they are labeled as the soft skills. So in short, what we say that the most jobs require technical training. Yes, of course, this is true. They require hard skills. You need to know MATLAB, you need to know programming skills, C++, and so on. But soft skills are the creative abilities that you gain by experience and by observation from different people, from your environment. That's how you develop both skills, and both are important beyond other than your classroom environment. Now, here, why you need to learn soft skills, or why it is important, soft skills. LinkedIn has done a survey for a year-long study they conducted, and as a result, that they found that most employers are looking for these 10 skills among their employees. So this is like a general worldwide, the top 10 skills that everybody is looking. Maybe some will focus on top 5, but generally, what are the top 10 that are labeled by LinkedIn and are very famous in the market or in the industry by the employers? These are these 10 skills that everybody is looking in you. Communication skill, teamwork skills, adaptability, problem solving, creativity, do something differently, leadership skills, you have good work ethics, you have interpersonal skills, time management skills, and attention to the details. So these are those 10 skills that I have talked about. Let's quickly have a look on them and try to understand what are these skills, and then you evaluate yourself as I am going through in this lecture, and at the same time, before end of this talk, that you understand and evaluate what is lacking in you, what you need to focus more on, or what you have. So evaluate yourself, recognize yourself, evaluate yourself, and then accordingly move forward to attain or to gain the skills in you. So when we talk about communication skill, it's all about how you communicate, your presentation skill, how you are presenting something. If someone is a waiter in a restaurant, there are some local waiters as well who have never attended any school. They have their way of serving. But if somebody has attended a hospitality school, they have a different way of presenting it. Then how you are communicating, how is your confidence level, how you respect other people, how attentively you are listening to others, how clearly you are pronouncing your verbal and non-verbal communication, then how you have your clear writing communication skills, that you are able to communicate the message. This is basically the thing. And the bottom line of this is that how friendly you are with people. You cannot be in attitude, you cannot be rude, you cannot be arrogant. So these are the skills that employers are looking into. Second one, teamwork. So what comes in the teamwork? Teamwork doesn't mean that you just do a project together with everybody and that's it, you are done. No, teamwork is beyond that. Conflict management. When you are working in a team, conflict is a normal thing. It happens. There is no way that the conflict doesn't happen, because we are human beings. Things happen. So how you can manage that conflict? And I, as a leader, I'm telling you, I have I face many conflicts, and always I try to look how I can avoid these conflicts. So this comes in the teamwork, how you can work with team by avoiding the conflicts. Then communication skills. So like what I mentioned earlier, some of the skills, they overlap with other skills. So it is important. You have communication, it will contribute or it will attribute to teamwork as well. You're listening to everybody. When somebody is speaking, you are giving your opinion. It doesn't mean that you just interrupt someone, you don't like their idea, so you just interrupt them, you just cut them. No, this is not the way that employers are looking into it. And then cultural sensitivity. Now, in this hall right now, in this Zoom room, there are about 68 people I'm seeing. All are coming from different countries. So when I'm speaking, I have to be careful what I'm speaking, which does not harm anyone's cultural or religious or racial differences or sensitivities. And this is not necessary that when we have a global audience, it can happen with a local audience as well. So this is also an important point. Collaboration, how you collaborate with all the people, how you encourage others, you encourage your juniors, how they can be motivated to do the things, you cooperate with them, you communicate, you coordinate with them. exchange the ideas. You have something, don't keep it just in yourself, in your mind, because whatever knowledge you are going to keep it in you, it's never going to be increased. So you have to share with other people. So that is idea exchange. You share one idea, they share with you one idea. These two ideas will no longer remain one idea, they will multiply. So one idea you share, you basically get 11 ideas. That's another method that I'm not going to talk now. It itself, it's one topic to talk. And then negotiation skills, how you negotiate with people. Adaptability. Okay, adaptability is very much important, that your own self-management, how you adopt other people's culture. I mean, working culture, I'm talking about your decision-making skills, how calm you are, how polite you are, how optimistic you are, how open-minded you are, how you listen other people, how you analyze the situation, and how much self-confident you are, and how is your resilience towards anything which is coming forward. And then another important thing is self-motivation, that you are self-motivated to learn, to adopt something new. Another one is problem solving. So put yourself, if you are a working adult, put yourself into working environment and see that when the problems come, even while you are studying, you are doing your final year project, problems come. So how you solve the problems, you need to be analytically good enough. You are thinking, you are making a brainstorming on that, you observe from other people, and then you initiate the things. Okay, so that's the thing. And then you analyze everything, you do some research, market research, this and that, to solve the problems. Creativity. You need to be creative. You need to imagine something new. You need to inspire, and then reframe the idea, restructure everything. Do mind mapping. Mind mapping, itself, it's one of the skill that if any of you are interested in future, we can have a talk on that. Mind mapping. Mind mapping will solve many problems. It's not only under creativity, but it is a creative skill. And then innovate, try to do something else. Of course, inventions, we cannot do it every day, but innovation can happen every second. Experimenting and questioning, ask people. If you don't know anything, ask them, and then try to come up with a vision to design something new. And then leadership. Of course, not everyone can be a leader, but yes, you can be a leader. You can develop, of course, not 100% leadership skills, everybody has it, but you can develop as much as you can. What are the things come in leadership? Could be project management skills. You encourage other people, how you are encouraging them, your management skill, and then how you are building up your team, how generous you are with people, how you are trustworthy. Your junior is bringing an idea, you just steal it, you label it with your name, you go to your boss and you say that, hey boss, this is my idea. No, this is not a leader style. Leaders always, they give value, they are trustworthy, they give value to their juniors or their mentees as well. And then you do the mentoring, like what I mentioned, mentee. So you help elevate your juniors at your level or to go forward. Of course, if they are growing, you will be growing also above and above. And working ethics are very much important. This is a boring topic, work ethics. Just if I would like to request to the organizers to give me another 3 minutes, I'm going to conclude this. So working ethics are very much important. This is like what I said, it's a boring topic. Ethics, we are all tired of listening this word, but this is very much important. How disciplined you are, how committed you are, how self-motivated and professional you are, and how you are incorporating the integrity is the bottom line of working ethics. How you are truthful with whatsoever you are doing. You have done some mistake or something bad is happening, go and report to your boss. Don't think that you will be fired from the job if you hide it. No, then you are not a truthful person. You are not a trustworthy person. Okay, now we talk about interpersonal skills. This is also another soft skill. What are interpersonal skills? Like how you are dealing with your peers, your networking skills, how you are making networking, how patient you are to listen other people, and how much tolerance you have, how you deal with public speaking, and then in certain situations you need to be a diplomatic person. How you play diplomacy. Not every time you can be straightforward. Not every time you can be a diplomatic person. So these interpersonal skills you develop with the passage of time. Okay, time management, how you manage everything, the time, like what I have just now requested to the organizers that I need another 3 minutes because I exceeded the time. So you have to manage your time, stress management, organize everything, plan everything before you execute and make your decisions accordingly. So you have to remain focused on that. And then last but not the least, attention to details. Whatever is given, how it is given, before you say something, first understand. Try to analyze it, try to realize it, actively listen other people, observe it, listen to your bosses, your colleagues, your peers, and accordingly define it. If you need to schedule something, so plan it in that way. If you have to recall for something, go back to the files, check it. And if you don't understand anything, question. You know, the big bosses, the good bosses, they like that if their employees are asking them back something. They don't like the people who just say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, boss, yes, boss. The big companies, the multinational companies, they don't like such type of employees. They like those employees who come up and then they think out of the box, they think differently, they talk differently. So with that, I am going to give a take home message, that is learn something new. So what is that learn something new? Learn something beyond your classroom. Do not just stick with your 3 years, 4 years degree or 2 years masters or 3 to 5 years of your PhD program that you are just going to learn that there and that's it. You are going to get a job. If you are thinking that, you are thinking wrongly. You have to think differently. You have to learn something new. So what is to learn in this something new? Could be a soft skill, could be hard skill, but focus on soft skills as well. There are many resources available. You can explore. There are free websites. You can go to Coursera. You can visit Udemy. You can visit EDX. And also my company also provides the similar trainings as well, Xpertopedia Academy, where we are focusing more on the soft skills and a little bit on the hard skills as well. Why? Because this is important. This is needed by every single employer in this fast running time. So with that, I would like to say thank you very much for bearing me for last 27 minutes. And thank you very much. If you would like to get connected with me, this QR code you can scan and you will have my contact details. And with that, I hand over the session back to the MC. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. It was very informative and it will help a lot to the students.